In a remote village nestled deep within the embrace of rugged, pine-clad hills, the world feels both intimate and vast, a delicate balance between the earth beneath and the endless sky above. The village is a cluster of mud homes, their walls weathered by time and sun, their thatched roofs bowing under the weight of seasons past. Narrow paths twist between them, worn smooth by the feet of generations, while goats bleat lazily and chickens peck at the dusty ground. The air carries a rich tapestry of scents, dry pine needles, the smoky tang of evening fires, and the faint, earthy musk of the forest that looms just beyond the village's edge. At night, the sky transforms into a breathtaking canvas, unmarred by city lights, where stars glitter like scattered diamonds and the moon hangs heavy, its glow casting silver streaks across the hills. Here, under this celestial dome, two young friends, Akash and Tara, have spent their lives dreaming beyond the horizon. Akash, at 16, is a lanky boy with a restless spirit, his dark eyes always searching the sky, his hands perpetually stained with charcoal from sketching star maps on whatever paper he can find, old wrappers, torn pages, even the backs of his schoolbooks. His hair falls into his face, a wild mop he rarely bothers to tame, and his voice carries a quick, eager edge, as if every thought is a race to be voiced. Tara, 15, is his counterpoint, a steady presence with a quiet strength. Her hair, a cascade of black tied back with a faded red ribbon, sways gently as she moves, and her hands are deft, often busy mending clothes or helping her mother. Her voice is soft, almost a whisper, but it holds a firmness that commands attention, her curiosity a flame that burns as brightly as Akash's. Their bond began years ago, when they were children chasing fireflies on this very hilltop, weaving stories from the stars. The village elders spoke of ancient legends, a cosmic key hidden somewhere in the universe, said to unlock the secrets of creation, of suns born and moons fated. These tales were dismissed as old wives' tales, but to Akash and Tara, they were gospel. They'd spend hours lying on the grass, tracing constellations with their fingers, debating whether the key lay in the Milky Way or beyond the moon's shadow. The villagers called them dreamers, sometimes with a laugh, sometimes with a shake of the head, labeling them Sapno Kudiwayne, mad for dreams. But the duo wore it like a badge, their nights filled with whispered plans to find that key. On this particular night, the air is crisp, the sky a velvet black studded with more stars than usual, as if the universe itself is putting on a show. Akash sprawls on the hilltop, his sketchbook open, charcoal smudging his fingers as he maps a new constellation he's named Tara's Crown. Tara sits beside him, her flashlight casting a weak beam over his work, her ribbon fluttering in the breeze. The moon looms large tonight, its surface etched with craters that seem to pulse under the starlight, and the silence is thick, broken only by the rustle of leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl. Then, a streak of light slices across the sky, not a shooting star, but something heavier, brighter, trailing a tail of fire. It arcs downward, disappearing into the forest with a thunderous crash that shakes the ground, sending a flock of birds scattering into the night. Akash leaps up, his sketchbook tumbling, his eyes wide with excitement. "Tara, did you see that?" he shouts, his voice cracking with thrill. Tara nods, her flashlight trembling in her hand as she rises, her ribbon catching on a branch. "It's not a star," she murmurs, her tone laced with awe. They exchange a look, a silent agreement passing between them, and without a word, they grab their gear, Akash's sketchbook and a stub of charcoal, Tara her flashlight and a small knife from her pocket, and race down the hill toward the forest. The village sleeps behind them, unaware, as the glow from the crash site beckons, a beacon in the dark. The forest is a labyrinth of towering pines and tangled undergrowth, its shadows deep and alive with unseen creatures. The crash site is a clearing, the earth scorched and steaming, where a metallic orb lies half buried, its surface gleaming with an otherworldly sheen. It pulses rhythmically, like a heartbeat, casting a soft blue light that dances across the trees. Akash approaches first, his sketchbook forgotten as he kneels, his fingers hovering over the orb's surface. Tara joins him, her flashlight beam revealing intricate etchings, a spiral with a keyhole at its center. The air hums, a low vibration that tingles their skin, and they feel it, a pull, a promise. "This is it," Akash whispers, his voice barely audible. "The cosmic key." Tara's breath catches, her hand tightening on the knife, and they know their adventure has just begun. The orb's pulse grows stronger, its blue light intensifying as Akash and Tara circle it, their shadows stretching long and distorted across the clearing. The forest around them falls eerily silent, the usual chorus of crickets and rustling leaves replaced by the orb's steady hum, a sound that seems to resonate deep within their chests. Akash's fingers tremble as he traces the spiral etching, the metal cool and smooth under his touch, and the keyhole glows brighter, a soft golden light spilling out. Tara leans closer, her flashlight beam shaking, illuminating the orb's surface where a hidden seam appears, splitting it open with a faint hiss. Inside, nestled in a velvet-like lining, lies a crystalline key, its facets catching the light in a prism of colors, deep blues, fiery reds, and shimmering greens, like a captured nebula. Tara reaches in, her hand hovering, her breath shallow with anticipation. "What if it's dangerous?" she whispers, but Akash's grin is all the answer she needs. She grasps the key, its surface warm and pulsing, and as she lifts it, the orb splits wider, unleashing a beam of light that shoots upward, piercing the canopy. The beam coalesces into a holographic map, floating in the air, swirling galaxies, twinkling stars, and a glowing path leading to a constellation they don't recognize, its shape like a jagged crown. The map shifts, zooming in on their village, then the forest, and finally a cave hidden deep within, marked by a pulsating dot. A voice, ancient and echoing, emerges from the orb, the key unlocks the unraveling. Follow the path. The ground trembles, a low rumble that sends pebbles skittering, and the forest reacts. Vines lash out like living whips, wrapping around tree trunks, while branches creak and bend as if guarding the secret. Akash stumbles, his sketchbook slipping from his hands into a muddy stream that's formed from the crash's heat, the pages soaking instantly. "No," he cries, lunging after it, but Tara grabs his arm, her strength surprising him. "We can't lose the key," she says, her voice firm, her eyes locked on the map. The vines snap closer, one brushing Akash's leg, leaving a red welt, and they realize the forest is alive, resisting their journey. They run, the map guiding them, Tara clutching the key, its warmth spreading up her arm. The path is treacherous, roots trip them, thorns tear at their clothes, and the air grows thick with a misty haze. Akash's charcoal smudges his face as he wipes sweat, his mind racing with the map's details. Tara's flashlight flickers, its battery weak, but she presses on, her ribbon now a muddy tangle. After what feels like hours, they reach the cave, its entrance a gaping maw framed by glowing moss, the same light as the orb pulsing within. The key pulls Tara forward, and they step inside, the air shifting to a cool, electric charge. The cave is a cathedral of the cosmos, its walls a living tapestry of moving images, galaxies spiraling into existence, suns igniting in bursts of fire, moons drifting through space. The air hums with a low, resonant frequency, vibrating against their skin, and the ground beneath their feet glows faintly, as if lit by stars trapped below. Akash's eyes widen, his hands itching for his lost sketchbook, but he commits every detail to memory, swirling nebulae in shades of pink and gold, planets colliding in silent explosions, a moon splitting to reveal a hidden core. Tara holds the key, its warmth now a steady pulse, guiding her toward a stone pedestal at the cave's center, its surface etched with the same spiral symbol. They approach slowly, the cave's light reflecting in Tara's eyes, her ribbon hanging limp as she moves. Akash trails behind, his breath shallow, his mind reeling with the scale of it all. The pedestal is ancient, its edges worn smooth, and as Tara places the key into the slot, it fits perfectly, a soft click echoing through the space. The cave trembles, a deep groan rising from the earth, and a flood of light engulfs them, revealing a vision. The ancient voice returns, clearer now, narrating the universe's birth, a void igniting into stars, threads of energy unraveling into planets, suns burning out and moons forming from their ashes. They see their own sun, its surface flickering, their moon shifting in its orbit, and a warning, the key's power must be returned, or the balance will collapse. But the cave resists. Stalactites crash down, one narrowly missing Akash, shattering into shards that scatter across the floor. The ground splits, a chasm opening near Tara's feet, and a gust of wind howls through, tugging at their clothes. Akash grabs her arm, his fingers digging into her skin, pulling her back as papers, his soaked sketches, whirl around them. "We have to turn it," he shouts, his voice lost in the roar. Tara nods, her hand shaking as she twists the key. The vision fades, the light dimming, and the cave stabilizes, the chasm sealing shut. The key vanishes, leaving a single star-like gem in its place, its surface cool to the touch. They collapse against the pedestal, panting, their clothes torn, their minds filled with the universe's secrets. The journey back is a blur, the forest calm again, the vines and branches still as if nothing had happened. The orb is gone, the clearing empty save for a faint scorch mark, and Akash and Tara stumble toward the village, the gem clutched in Tara's pocket. Dawn breaks, painting the hills in soft gold, and the villagers stir, their eyes turning to the muddy, exhausted pair. Akash's face is streaked with charcoal and dirt, his sketchbook a soggy ruin in his hands, while Tara's ribbon hangs in tatters, her dupatta torn at the edges. Questions come, kahan the tum log? Kia hua? But they offer only vague answers, their story too vast, too fragile to share. They climb the hill that night, the sky clear, the moon smaller now, its craters less pronounced. Akash spreads his ruined sketches on the grass, the ink bleeding but still legible, and begins a new drawing, the gem's light, the cave's visions. Tara sits beside him, the gem in her palm, its glow faint but steady. "We saw it all," she whispers, her voice trembling with wonder. "The universe is beginning, its end." Akash nods, his charcoal moving faster, capturing the spiral, the planets, the thread of light. The villagers' laughter echoes from below, but up here, it's just them and the stars. The narration closes, soft and lingering, in a village under a boundless sky. Akash and Tara unraveled a cosmic key, glimpsing the universe's heart. They returned with a gem, a promise, and a story yet to unfold. The universe waits, its threads ready to be pulled. Will you join them to unravel the next chapter?